Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Dan, and this is Engelgeist. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Thank you for subscribing over at Engelgeist333 on Patreon if you feel so inclined. You want to support me at a monthly subscription level, please go over there and check out the different levels. There are things over there on the Patreon page that you cannot get here on the YouTube channel. For those of you that want to support the YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Hit the like button on videos if you like them. Leave a comment, a question, whatever you'd like. I try and answer those here. You can also go over to my Facebook business page via the links on the YouTube page or my Linktree links and like my business page there. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, that's available too. You can message me either at the Facebook business page or on Instagram, and you can follow me at Instagram under Engelgeist333. So today is the daily forecast for the collective. I intend, as I meditate prior to doing this, I intend with Spirit to set the intention for the highest good of the collective, the message to be the highest good. What do we need to focus on? This is for Monday the 24th of February. That doesn't necessarily mean that if it's not February 24th that this message isn't good for you or won't be valid if you're watching it in a later date. So it is sort of a timeless message. I kind of believe that all messages from Spirit can tend to be timeless because there's no time or space on the other side, really. Or it's certainly different than what we deal with here in our 3D world. So anyways, this is for Monday, February 24th, for those of you that are tuning in the day of, and for those of you that are getting this later, don't worry about that. Just watch it and see if it resonates. And feel free to leave a comment, even if it's like, you know, way later down the line. I would love to hear that. Alright, so let's see what's going on with the energy for the 24th. Oh my god. Alright, you guys, this was yesterday's lead card in Sunday's reading, and that was the beginning card for the beginning couple of days. This is not a joke. This is... Alright, so this card is all about the fact that this is Major Arcana. This is a special Major Arcana card that is created specifically for this deck. It's called the Artist. This card showed up last week, and then it showed up again yesterday in the weekly energy as the first card, which was saying that not only was it setting off the energy for Sunday, but also the underpinning energy of the week. This card, I mean, look at it. We have a man there. He's naked. He's he's sketching into a book. He's sort of peering into the future, trying to figure out what it is he wants and how he wants it. And as he does that, the clouds begin to clear and the answers become clearer. So if those of you feel unclear right now and you're sort of trying to figure out what it is you want and what it is you don't want, that's completely fine. This energy and this card is reminding us that everything that we're doing, everything that we're choosing to focus on is what we are creating. So if we're creating doubt and fear, or focusing on that and what's broken, we're going to create more doubt, more fear, and more of what's broken. And if we're going to focus on possibility and the ideas of things being positive, well then things will hopefully and more than likely turn out to be positive. They may not turn out to be exactly as we see them, because sometimes Spirit has a bigger, more divine plan, but we will get something that feels as good, if not better, than if we're dwelling in that, you know, sort of warm, fuzzy, desirous feeling. The Artist, to me, I love that he's naked in the sense that he feels vulnerable. I think that some of us feel really vulnerable in this stage. And this card is pointing out to us that spring's getting ready to come. All of this crazy moon energy, this retrograde, all of this stuff that's going on right now is here to show us and help us move out what doesn't work so that we can make space for what does. Utilize this energy. Don't be afraid of this card. Bring this card in and know that you are the artist. You get to decide how you want your life to be. You get to watch the world around you like he watches this tree and study it and then start to create your creation from that, right? It's like co-creating in a way with your own, you know, environment, but really you're in charge of it. He's looking through to the other side, trying to decide where he wants to be and how he wants to be. This is a beautiful card, and it's like haunting us this week. It's definitely reminding us to pay attention to what we're focusing on, because if we're not, we're doing ourselves a disservice, I think. All right, the next card is from the Work Your Light deck, and this is Starseed. What lights you up? So, I mean, I love how we have this, like, first off, these colors are just beautiful, the way that these two decks have mixed this last month of February that we've been using them. But I love that he's crouched down facing away, she's crouched down facing away in almost the same direction. There's an equality here. There's the masculine and the feminine. I love that we have this sort of wave of clouds in this like sort of lavender color sort of clearing away. And over here we have this sort of wave of pink light coming over, and these calm sort of emotional seas. So to me, this is about what, you know, what lights us up, what turns us on, what do we want, guys? And I think this I'm gonna like just apply this to sort of my life. What I know what I want, and I'm sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting, and I think that maybe I need to get more specific. And maybe that's what some of you guys might need to also do and join me in, is getting more specified about what it is you want or how you want it to feel, so that the universe can bring it to you. Because this feels to me like the universe wanting to come in and bring it to us. And maybe we're too afraid to ask for it, or too afraid of what's going to happen if we accept it. You know, what happens if, like, just in my case, what happens if my house sells? Then where do I go? What decisions do I have to make? Then I'm going to have to pack. Oh my God, I'm going to have to move all the animals. All this stuff starts to flow and in my head. And maybe that's the fear that's stopping the movement from happening right now for me, right? But I know that I want that movement. So this artist card keeps coming back, keeps reminding me to keep creating, keep studying, keep all those finer details, like look at them, work with them, and pull them out, you know? Pull them out of ourselves or out of our environment, the things that do work, what lights us up, what turns us on, what do we truly desire, and then going after that. Like, both he and her are focusing towards that sort of, I don't want to say long-term goal, but maybe something that feels not here yet, but they can create it. The artist tells me that they can create it. Now, the grounding stone is just a stone that you would ground in, an idea or a thought that you would ground in for the day. This is on Obsidian, which is a very grounding stone. It's also a stone that sort of assimilates and takes care of it, like wards off negative energy and fear, processes fear. The word is meditation, guys. So I don't think I need to interpret that in any way, shape, or form. I think that you guys are smart enough and have watched me enough to know that where the meditation is taking place in these cards. Where do we need to take a deeper look, get quiet, get centered, and really zone in on what it is that lights us up, what it is we want to create through the artistry of the creation of our thoughts and our mind and our energy. It's all right there. This is the third time we've seen the artist in 10 days, I want to say. Maybe less than 10 days. Where did he showed up last Sunday. He likes to show up on Sundays. He showed up last Sunday, and he showed up yesterday. He just keeps showing up. So he's reminding us, guys, that we're the sort of masters of our destiny, and if we don't get it right, and like, I don't want to say that there's a right or wrong, but if we focus on the negative, he's going to keep popping up. We need to get meditative and go within and get within ourselves and figure out what lights us up, and then choose that path, choose that pattern, choose that energy, choose that focus. Meditate on how good it's going to feel. You don't have to meditate on how you're going to get it or what resources you need to get it. Let spirit or the universe provide that stuff for you if you don't feel as though you have it. But do not meditate on the fact that you do not have it. Do not meditate on the lack. What I've been doing, and I'm just using myself as an example, is I've been kind of not thinking about anything. I've just been sort of shutting off, which I don't even know that that's the right idea, but I think it's better than worrying or stressing myself out or being in fear. But just, I keep going, okay, the universe will know when the time is ready. But I also think that doing that leaves it up to sort of interpretation. So what I need to be focusing more on in my case in point when I look at these cards in the stone, because I can fit myself into this reading too, is that I think that I need to maybe get more like the artist and get a little bit more specific about the feelings or what it's going to feel like to find these, be free of these houses and be moved to Florida, to be closer to Paul. Not figure out how I'm going to do it or what steps or what house goes first or any of that. It's just more about the feeling of, wow, that would feel wonderful. I would feel so free. I would feel so light. The doors would open. Focusing on that, meditating on that energy, and then allowing sort of spirit to work through that. Because these two cards with the pinks and purples and the skies and the clouds and all that, this is all spirit swirling around us, trying to work its way in if we'll allow it. So that is your reading for today. I hope it makes sense. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give me a like, a share, a comment, a subscribe. Pay attention to this artist card, guys. He can't be any clearer by showing up this many times in the last week. He's trying to tell us we are creating, whether we're aware of it or not. So start taking responsibility for some of your creations and start figuring out what lights you up. Meditate on that stuff and start to bring it to you. Stop separating yourself from it. It's not outside of you, it's actually within you. All right, I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Again, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the forecast, and we'll see where these cards go. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.